And happy Saturday evening to all you fine folks out there on Facebook and YouTube land. Welcome to Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's time for Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And we're coming to you live tonight. We need you to do a real big favor for us, if you would, right now. If you don't mind, look over and hit the like button, hit the share button, so that everyone out there can see that you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, and they can see it not only on our page, they can see it on your page as well. All you got to do, hit the like button, hit the share button, and it gets our message out to an even greater audience. We're glad you're joining us tonight. Man, we missed being with y'all last Saturday night, but it is so good to be back live and in color tonight. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, and it's a rainy night in Georgia and a rainy night in Alabama, and we're glad you're joining us tonight. We're coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen. We're live from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studios at 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia, our studio at the Dakota Coffee Company roasting headquarters in Cowarts, Alabama. We're coming to you live, all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 3 sunken islands, and tonight we're live in Ichihani, Pakistan, Putin in your pants, Russia, Hung Chow, China, and Cootermonga, Zimbabwe. And ladies and gentlemen, if for some reason you happen to miss our show and you would like to catch the rerun of it, you will be able to do that this Thursday at 8 o'clock, immediately following Hallmark Channel presents 1001 Christmas Hairdos for Pentecostal Women. And ladies and gentlemen, very first time tonight ever, live and on the big screen. Live and on the big screen. Hunters, used laptops, influence peddling, fine art, dating advice, and crack pipes in Hollywood, California.
Man, we done got the big time, ain't we?
Say that. Yeah, we need to reach out to our liberal friends out there. So,
Yeah.
that again,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Marvin, who is
That
that?
is Hunters, used laptops, influence peddling, fine art, dating advice, and crack pipes in Hollywood, California.
Hey, if you can't run with the big dog, sit on the porch.
That's right, man.
Oh, boy.
Man, you talk about a famous individual.
Man. I gotta say, I'm glad we hooked up with him. We're gonna get
Hey,
famous on that.
maybe we reach a whole new audience with him.
Hey, one thing about it, we exempt from every kind of law there is if we stay hooked up with him and his bunch.
That's right.
We ain't got
You exempt from any law messing with you.
Yeah,
You do
we ain't
whatever
got
you
nothing to
want
worry
to do.
about there. We don't.
Ooh, Lordy.
Guys, it's good to be back tonight. Hope everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land, hope y'all are doing well. Getting ready for a great Christmas coming up. It's coming pretty quick. Man, we got them all over the place tonight. The Mocks watching from Panama City. Got the Kings from down in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Got the Chambers is watching in Colquitt. Oh, there he is, the old preacher, Pentecostal preacher himself, Tony Clay, on the tube tonight. Man, we got them all over the map tonight watching, and we're glad you're here. Make sure you put in there and let us know where you at tonight. We like to know where you at and want to know that you're watching us. And again, if you've not done it, hit the like button, hit the share button, so we can get the message out to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? It's a good night. We got stuff to be thankful. I'm just so thankful that I couldn't afford to go buy no gas to go nowhere. I'm losing weight because I can't afford to buy no groceries. It's just so much to be thankful for, and we owe the president so much. It's just we all sit back and gripe, but we really don't realize all what he's doing for us. He's giving us a weight loss program. We ain't putting extra wear and tear on our car. We ain't spending the whole heap on Christmas because we can't get nothing. He's just blessing us in so many ways we just don't ever realize it.
That's a way to look at it, Queez. That's a way to look at it.
What do you think? I mean,
he's done all them things too. He's done all
done
them.
them.
About 9 months now. He's done them all, and it's been a miracle how he's been able to get things done without being impeached. Ain't nobody even said the impeach word
No.
the whole time he's been in there, not uttered it.
No.
He's
They started
exempt.
impeaching Donald Trump before he was ever inaugurated.
Yeah.
It started on him before
That's
he was
right.
ever
Well, look at him. They
Yeah.
started on him when he was just a Republican nominee.
Oh yeah. Get him. Try to get him. I told somebody one
Uh,
time, I said, well, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm going to change it around tonight. When Trump was running, I said, when they get through with him, I said, when them Democrats, them ruthless Democrats, when they get through with Donald Trump, I said, if he loses this election, I said, he'll be lucky to have own a Motel 6 in Sock Chapel, Florida. But I was wrong. I was wrong. He won, and he's still gonna be lucky to own a Motel 6 in Sop Choppy, Florida, and he won. So they ain't
yeah,
through with him. They ain't quit yet on him. No sir.
hey, you know what? He ain't through with them neither, though, brother.
That's right.
No, no.
He ain't through with them neither. You remember
You
a
know
long
what?
time ago when we used to, Florida, when we used to go to them concerts, the Elvis Bishop back there, they come up there, they play what everybody thought was the last song, and everybody
Mhm.
called for that curtain call. He
They
gonna come
come
do a
back.
curtain call.
He
He
gonna
gonna come
come
back
back.
on the stage,
He'll come
coming
back
back.
louder, stronger and louder,
That's right.
loud and
Yes,
strong,
sir. Yes,
powerful.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Marvin, we missed you last week. We missed all the people were distraught last week, calling me. Where y'all at? Y'all okay?
I,
And but we didn't give much of a definition about why we wasn't on. And
can I say something? And Floyd, this concerns you too. I, I asked a question. I knew through you that we were not going to be on. And I called the man that pushes the buttons and does the levers and throws up the commercials when something happens that he don't like. And I said, why ain't we going to be on tonight? He said, well, number one, Floyd had a Christmas party he had to go to.
hmm
And I'm taking Juddy up to the ball game.
so, by the way,
By the way, yeah, yeah. By the way, it was just like we're going to get an ice cream cone somewhere.
that, for
Nothing big.
instance, for
And I
instance,
want to I want to play off of something that Queasel has done mentioned about Joe Biden. Got us where we can't afford the gas. The food prices are going crazy. The man is the biggest disaster the office of the presidency has ever seen. But yet there's some people who seem to be prospering in our society. Even local people prospering in our society. Queasel, you being the Georgia fan you are, I'm sure you enjoyed the ball game. You were up there in Atlanta and had a big time, didn't you?
Well, man, I was sitting on the 50-yard line.
You said,
I
oh,
didn't miss a play.
okay.
50-yard
Well,
line. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
well,
Didn't
well, I,
didn't
I
miss a
understand.
play.
I understand if you're an employee of the town of Colquitt, you got a trip ticket paid for, a trip up to the ball game and
Airfare,
everything.
airfare and all, buddy.
Okay, all right.
Went on a
I just wanted
Learjet.
to know. Oh,
Went on
oh,
a Learjet.
is that the city manager's Learjet, or is that the
Uh,
pastor of Flat Creek Baptist Church Learjet?
well, it would have to be the pastor's Learjet because the city of Colquitt couldn't buy the tires that was go on it. So it would have to be the pastor's. But now he's got two or three
Okay,
and some
well,
tour buses and all that kind of stuff too.
boy,
You
here's
know.
what Floyd Queasel. I'd like to know, and maybe Marvin could help me with this. I'd like to know how much it would cost someone to say from Colquitt, Georgia, fill up their vehicle with gas, if it was in fact their vehicle and not a church van or a city truck, how much it would take if they were doing it themselves, fill up the thing with gas, purchase two tickets to the Southeastern Conference Championship game, go up to the city of Atlanta, Georgia, Sin City, Vegas, whatever you want, it just and stay at the Hilton Hotel where the football players were, and then come back home. How much would y'all think that trip would cost?
I
I
bet
don't
them
know.
tickets probably $50, $75 a piece. That's what they used to be. We'd go up there to the ball game or go to the Gator Bowl down there. We'd be $50 for a ticket.
$50?
They
75.
probably 75. They probably 75
75.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
for that.
Okay.
Tell
Alabama,
you,
Uh,
Georgia, and Alabama.
2 tanks of gas, $42 a tank, and $87 motel room, and $22 worth of meat groceries.
The
Now that
preacher is
sounds like
lying through his teeth. Whoa, whoa. I call foul from the Alabama side of the playing field because that same preacher done told me how much that room at the Hilton was, and it was not $87.
It
Thank you.
wasn't far from
mm,
that.
You'd add a little bit to it.
Yeah,
Those tickets, $75 a piece, is that right?
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
What I'm
okay.
thinking.
Well, I tell you how normal folks used to do it. Last time I went to no, it wasn't the last time, but uh, many years ago I went to the Sugar Bowl. They were some of us, we loaded up and drove to the Sugar Bowl. We got up the morning of the ball game at 5 o'clock in the morning. Drove from Colquitt, drove all the way out there. Georgia lost. We got mad, drove all the way back home, all in one day.
Uh-huh.
Woo.
We got to checking for motel rooms, and even back in them days, a motel room was way yonder more than what we were willing to pay for it. And
Mm-hmm.
so we just turned around, drove back home, made the whole trip out there, ball game and back in I think it was 27 hours.
Mm.
But that was a long
That,
time ago. I was a heap younger.
Oh yeah, you can handle it then. Yeah.
I could
Try it on.
heap
Try it on
younger.
for guys now. You got a fan there, Marvin.
I see. Yeah, she
You
said,
got a fan
leave
there. You got
Marvin
a fan there.
alone. Lothario got star student, and he deserved to go.
Who got star teacher?
Ms. Spitznagel.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Lothario's mom got star teacher.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, we proud of y'all.
what?
I'm telling you what,
What?
Yes,
that's
sir.
Whoa, whoa.
an
We
honor
need
now.
we
I'm
need
glad
to
you brought
talk
that
about
up, man. That's
you
great.
need to talk about Sydney too, because I saw a picture of her with a diploma in her hand. Did I not?
Yeah, yep, yep,
Graduated cum laude.
yep.
Yep.
That's right.
It's a good thing they took out of their mama. That's all I can
I'm
say.
telling
That's
you.
amen.
It,
Somebody
W-
asked me today. I was talking to him today, Marvin. It was
Uh huh.
mine and Charlie's buddy over in Dale County, Lee Scott. He was talking. We talk about once a week. He was calling, talking to me, and he talking about. We were talking about you, Marvin. And I said, yeah. I said that Marvin. He comes from a long line of sports. I said he comes he on his mama's side and his daddy's side, especially the men, the granddaddies. I said he had two sports for granddaddy. And you know what he asked me?
What?
He said, was they preachers like Marvin? What you think I told him, Marvin?
I know what you told him. Blank no.
Yeah, like
can
no.
you see? Can you see Doodle preaching?
They were good men. They were some sports. They were hard working good men, but they wasn't preachers.
Ah,
They wasn't. But he was wondering where you get your. He's thinking he was talking about that story we was telling about Bookie that night with you talking about that he was at the revival meeting and Reverend Johnson talking about the resurrection and Bookie jumped up the spirit got to moving Bookie and he got to jump up testifying about the resurrection. And he said that's one of the funniest things he ever seen in my life. He said Marvin said he could pass for a Pentecostal preacher.
Whoa.
You know what? I said if he ever gets in one of them churches, I said he won't never come out there. He's back. He'll have that hair roached back. He'll have it dyed jet black. Have that hair roached back. Have him a pair of wingtip shoes on. And he'll get him a Cadillac. He'll get him an Escalade or either one of them Seville CVSs or whatever you call
Did
you
not.
you hit the. That's
them.
exactly what he would do.
That's what
That's
he do.
Yes,
exactly what
sir.
he
That's
would
If
it.
do.
he never went to one of them Pentecostal churches, they got that organ music thumping, that organ music going, that
Yeah,
rhythm going, that
yeah.
beat going, and then Marvin he'd get into it. I know I've seen him do it before. I've
Well,
seen him he'd get into it.
see, the sisters out there. They some sisters out there at the creek that kind of keep me up with what Marvin doing out there. They say they got him some of them silk handkerchiefs, so he can wipe that sweat. He's working on his strut.
No.
He ain't got his strut down yet, but he's working on it. He's working on it. And my preacher told me that Marvin has got one of them cameras out there that zeroes in on him, and wherever Marvin goes, that camera follows him, and it'll zoom
Ah.
up, and it'll zoom in, and Marvin done got it. He know how to watch it. He'll take that out, and he'll go to huffing and breathing, and he'll go to wiping that switch, and he'll lay that handkerchief down over on that on that pulpit, and he'll go to strutting some more, Floyd. And he'll walk back over, and
Oh
he'll come
yeah.
by, and he'll stop. He'll get it, and he'll wipe it some more. He'd be a Pentecost. He could do it.
Oh, he could be a
And
Pentecostal. There ain't no telling
2 years,
how big a church he could have if he was
two
Pentecostal.
years after he done it, he'd have it. He'd have his own channel out there.
He
He'd have
would.
his
Uh-huh.
yeah. Oh
He'd
yeah.
have his own
What would
channel,
you?
Marvin channel.
Hey, speaking of
What?
Pentecostal, look right here. Tony Clay is in Panama City at a ball game. Look at him right there. Just send it in.
Look at him.
That's him. He been looking at us. He been watching. We see you there, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Are they
likes
winning?
He
I
like he
don't
know we
I
telling the
hope
truth.
they winning. I reckon that means they winning. I don't know, but that's
I mean, that's a victory sign, ain't it? Peace
I
or
hope
victory,
That's
one of
what
the
it
other.
looked
Don't
to
know
me
what that
like.
it
is.
means victory or something. But they
Yeah,
playing ball over in
that's good. I
Panama
think we
City.
got another buddy of ours down there. That mock boy. I think he down there
They,
playing
yeah,
ball.
they down there.
Marvin, if you ever was, no joke, if you ever was to get your television show out there with you preaching there, what would you name it?
I don't know. I'd have to. I like that. I just like that title, Pentecostal Preachers Gone Wild. I mean, I just don't. I just think that might be my, you know, um,
You
I
think?
don't know. I'd have to think on that one for a little bit. Yeah, I'd have to.
You
I
ought to
got
watch
it.
him.
Yeah, I got to. I got that hair dye. If I dyed my hair, cause it's getting gray, and I got plenty of hair. I got that after doodle. But if I dyed it gray, it'd take a lot of that, that black hair dye,
You
and it
gotta let
probably
it. You gotta get some length on it too. So you gotta get some of that right there. You gotta get some length on it. So you roast it back. Roast it
you
back
That's
can't
on
have.
like
right.
you duct tail it. You gotta have it where you duct tail it and get
Yeah,
that roast back like that where to lay down. You're just kind of sticking up. You just kind of got a like
too
a
short.
spike
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the.
Hey, Floyd,
You gotta get
kind of
that.
describe what Marvin would look like if he was on that. If he done made that Pentecostal, that big mark up there, and maybe got him a show. Got it. Well, describe kind
Ooh.
of what you think Marvin looked like.
Well, he'd
How
have
he
a
dressed. And,
he'd have on Marvin would have on he would have on like a lime green double knit coat, double knit suit. Whole thing would
Ooh.
be double knit. He'd be a lime green silk shirt and a
Uh-huh.
lime green tie, and he'd have two or three rings on each hand. He'd have that, and then he'd have one. I don't think he'd have a real Rolex. I think he'd have one of them fake Rolexes that he'd be
Like at
he'd
the
be
flea market.
yeah, flea market Rolex. He'd be flashing around, and he'd have his light out there shining down on where that Rolex would be flashing in folks' eyes and all. And he would he Marvin would get him a Escalade. That's what he'd have. He'd drive a
What what
Escalade.
what about his footwear, Floyd?
Oh, it'd be
Put
lime. It would be lime green patent leather shoes, lime green socks.
I kind of pictured the lime green ostrich skin boots. Wouldn't
Oh
that
yeah,
be
He'd make
pretty?
to have some boots slip on. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he'd have him on some. He'd have him on some cowboy boots.
yeah.
Have him on
Yeah.
some lime green
Lime
cowboy.
green silk handkerchief.
Yeah, yeah. It'd
Oh
be
yeah.
it'd be lime green ostrich cowboy boots.
now,
Yes,
Lime
sir.
now,
green silk underwear.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be decked out. That'd be him. He'd
now,
be,
now,
and
Marvin, let me ask you
he'd
a
have all
question.
kind of jewelry on, all kind of bracelets and all that kind of stuff on, and have him rings on his fingers. And they'd be flashing. They'd be them zirconium, but they wouldn't be real. But he'd have them on his fingers.
So when you dab that sweat, when you take that and that handkerchief and you dab that sweat, do you throw that handkerchief out into the crowd or you hang on to it? I mean, have you got a bunch of them?
He
What
wouldn't
do
do
you
that.
do?
That's too much showmanship, man.
That's too much
Oh, he
showmanship.
wouldn't.
He'd be like Elvis.
Draw the line, man. There's
That's
a line.
over the line. They see when you're a Pentecostal preacher, there's a line you cannot cross.
Oh, okay.
You've heard that before.
Ooh.
There's a line.
There's
Got
a
to go
line.
down
I've
to
heard
the
it
line, and
before.
then he'll walk it back.
I've
Yeah,
heard it
Right
before.
before he done convinces all of his whole congregation that they all going to hell, he'll back. He'll give them a chance. But
see
he'll
what-
do
all
that.
right, Clay done put something up here. Let's see what he said. He would take up 4 offerings of service and give out Dr. Marvin's miracle oil for $10 donation.
That's it. That's it. Have the miracle on.
That's it.
He knows you pretty well.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, let me show y'all right here. There they are right there. That's on Sydney graduating from
Look
ABAC,
at that.
and that's the star teacher and star student for Miller County for the year right there.
Good Lord.
Proud of
That's
him,
what you
man.
be proud of right
Congratulations.
there, son.
Yes, sir.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you
fine
what. That's
thing.
something money can't buy. Money cannot
That's
buy
right.
that.
Uh,
That's
uh,
right.
You ain't buy it. Look at the
How
smiles
in
on
the world
everybody's
you
face.
got that woman? I won't never know how you got her.
Hey, listen, yesterday was 27 years ago we got married.
Good, not alive.
20
Happy anniversary.
years ago yesterday.
That's great.
She
That's great.
ain't never got to set foot in church again, and she got a place reserved on the front row on that gold street.
I see it.
I
She done
guarantee
Amen.
you.
good. She is
Marvin, I
good.
want to ask you a question, a church question. I want to
Uh-huh.
ask you a church question about church folks. And I ain't picking on nobody. I'm not singling nobody out and all this kind of stuff. But why? I'm gonna ask why. Why do the person that's got to get up 4 times during the service and go to the bathroom? Why come that person is always the biggest one there and sitting in the middle of the pew?
I'm gonna go back to Queasel's answer. Why does sour cream have an expiration?
And why did when you let's hear words of praise, why is a oh man, hee haw, woo, I got a good rain. I got a good rain. That's my praise. No, God sent you a rain. You ain't got no rain. You ain't get no rain. God sent you the rain.
I see
So
it.
don't be shouting around telling how important you are because you got a rain and your neighbor down the road, his crop's burning up. Your neighbor don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear about no rain that you got that he didn't get. So just keep your rain to yourself on that and let the Lord handle all the rain and all the weather and all that. That's just my opinion, Mark. Maybe I'm opinionated, but anyway,
So you've been in church where a large person sat in the middle of a pew in the middle of the church and had to get up and go to the bathroom 4 times.
3 or 4 times. Yes, sir. They always gonna sit there. They
Yep.
always gonna sit in the middle of the pew.
Yep.
Hey Floyd, didn't that happen one time when you was at church and a little old rat or something was running around in the
Yeah,
up the aisle?
Sister Beulah Chumley. Yeah,
What
that little
happened?
rat. It was a
What?
Pentecostal church I was at. Man, that rat got a. Hey, I was listening. Man, he was bearing down. He was sucking, wheezing, ha ha, hoo ha. And Sister Chumley, she's large, kind of large lady. Anyway, man, she got out. The spirit got to moving, Sister Chumley. She got out, and got all down. She was sitting in the middle of the pew, in the middle of the pew. She got out. She got all down there. She got in the hall. You got in the alleyway there. In the what do you call it?
In the aisle.
Aisle. She got in the aisle, going up and down in the aisle, and she got up there in the front. And she was praising. I mean, Sister Chumley was praising, and they had this. And about that time, she was pounding on the floor. This back when I was younger. She was pounding on the floor like that. By that time, a pretty good sized little rat run out from under the pool pit, run up Sister Chumley's legs. Man, she got her legs together so tight. She must have squeezed a half a gallon of water out of that little old rat.
I thought I remember something like that happening to you at church one day.
Hey, that's one of them old. That's one of them old stories
Pretty
right
good
there.
sized woman, wasn't she?
And she was large. She was extra large. Yeah, she was extra large. But she could shout.
Hey, that's one of them that got us where we at. You know what?
That's right. That's one of them that put us on the
That was
map,
one of
baby.
them first ones.
Yes, sir.
It
Oh,
sure was.
Yeah.
But
All right, somebody tell him about Buddy C. Chambers.
You tell them, Queasel. I ain't no way I can go from Sister Beulah Chumley to Buddy C. Chambers.
what can you say? I mean, you look at it. You look at it. That man right there. He is the. I guess if there was a most valuable car salesman, he's already been the world's greatest car salesman. So they're trying to think up awards to give him. He'll sell a car from an operating table to a hospital room to a table at the cafe. No matter where he is, he's always got his phone. He's always got his ink pencil. He's ready to write you down a number and get you a car. He will treat you right. It don't matter what kind of vehicle you want. Buddy C. Chambers will get it to you. All you got to do is call him and let him know. And here's the thing about him. Not only is he going to treat you right before he sells it to you and while he sells it to you, When you buy a vehicle from Buddy C. Chambers, if you got problems, you don't call nobody. You call Buddy C. Chambers. He'll get back there in the service department and make sure that your vehicle gets looked after. He looks after his customers. He's the greatest car salesman to ever walk on a car dealership. He knows his business inside and out. Honest as the day is long. Always willing to do whatever it takes to make a deal. Give him a call, 254-3109 at Franklin Spring Creek Ford, or better than that, just pull up there and say, listen, I want to buy a car and I want to see Buddy C. Chambers. I want to make a deal and I want to make it today. He'll be out the door and you will drive away in a new vehicle. Buddy C. Chambers, the world's greatest car salesman.
Guys, it's Christmas time, and you know what that means. You got to get a gift. What better place to go than Pickles Perfection right here in Colquitt, Georgia? Charles and Pam Pickle. I want you to look at there what some gift trays that you can get from them. They got gift trays and boxes starting at $25. Miss Pam will make them nice and decorative. All your customers, maybe you got a business or maybe you want to give customers something. Call Pickles Perfection. They'll put something together with you with some great homemade treats made right here in Southwest Georgia. They also got raw shelled Elliott pecans, beautifully cleaned Elliott shell pecans, $12 a pound. That number you see right there, 229-220-4286. All you got to do is give them a call. You can go on our Facebook page. Their ad is on there if you forget this number. Pickles Perfection in Colquitt, Georgia. You don't wait. Go ahead and call them next week. Tell them what all you need for Christmas. They'll get the Christmas gifts together for you. You don't even have to shop on Amazon. You don't even have to go out of town to pick it up. Call them. They'll get it ready for you. They'll meet you with it. Gift boxes and trays starting at $25. Raw shelled Elliott pecans, $12 a pound. Our good friends at Pickle Perfections in Colquitt, Georgia, 229-220-4286. All right, guys. We are bringing on tonight.
About that.
Yeah. Our fishing report is live tonight and in color, not just in audio, but in video as well. We wanted to have the magnanimous presence.
Easy.
And so we wanted to bring the Fishing Reverend on. Fishing Reverend, so good to see you tonight, my brother.
Thank you, brother. It's good to be here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Wow. Yeah, and with an attitude, I can take it.
Yeah.
Easy
Y'all
now.
hear it, don't
Whoa,
you?
easy now. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Easy now. Back
Whoa.
off.
Hey, it's an honor to be here. I'm humbled by this invitation, brother.
There we go. Now we got it down.
Well, I got a question before we go to talking about fishing now. I want to know something, Floyd. I don't know if you and Charlie even knew this or not. But now, the gentleman on the bottom is a Free Willie. He is a Free Will Baptist preacher. And the gentleman up on the left by the Christmas tree is a Southern Baptist.
Come on.
Well, they was going to a preachers convention together. Reckon what kind of topics they would be talking about it, where you got a Free Willie and a Southern Baptist. Reckon what they going to be doing?
Where are we going to eat supper?
Oh, who's going to be driving?
That would be me, brother. That would be me.
Okay, well that ended part of the conversation right there. The screaming and the hollering, "What are you doing, fool? You stay on the road." Okay, go ahead.
Well, how's the fishing being, Reverend?
We had a real good week, brother. I went one time with Deacon Holt, and he was kind enough to direct me towards some speckled perch. Did not limit out, but caught plenty of fish. Had a good day.
Man, that's a good looking box of fish right there now.
And Deacon Holt had his own box with probably a few more in his.
Mm-hmm.
We did not violate any rules or laws. You know, we were under the limit.
So
you
how
went with the
sounds like-
Deacon, huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, how is the fishing? I mean, is it are they hard to find, or what's going
Well, right
on?
now, the speckled perch have been good. They've slacked off a little bit. We were going over there where the chief had been catching a lot of speckled perch, but they slacked off a little bit. But if you look around long enough, you'll find some. It's like everything else in life. You got to endure. You can't quit. You know, quitters can't catch fish.
That's right.
I'm with you, brother. That's a good sermon right there.
Y'all got mighty quiet when I came on, and I'm curious as to know why.
Well, we use
No.
wisdom, words of wisdom. That's what we
Well,
seek in our life.
I was waiting to see. I was waiting to see if a scrap was going to unfold between you and the Southern Baptist preacher up there, who sounded earlier tonight like the Godfather. I control what you do. I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
could go home and get talked to like that, you know.
that's right.
What about?
Uh,
Let me ask
So
a question. Y'all, what y'all talk about? Y'all ever talk about them seven deadlies?
Seven deadly sins.
Yeah, ain't but one seven deadlies. And you ain't got to even put sins on them. Everybody know what seven deadlies is. Yeah.
Enlighten us, brother. I want to know what you're talking about.
You know what they are. One of them is lasciviousness.
Easy.
Oh, we don't know. None is gluttony.
Easy,
Oh,
easy.
Oh, oh.
I'm gonna
that's
get a
enough
track.
right there, y'all. I done got the full load on y'all tonight.
yeah, you getting personal now, Floyd.
Yeah, I know it. I'm meddling, ain't I?
Yeah, he's
yeah,
mid.
you
Uh-huh.
meddling.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm
We
meddling
need.
with
Hey,
y'all.
Floyd, we need it. We need it, brother.
I know you do. Everybody needs it, brother.
Amen.
Ain't none
Amen.
of us is exempt from it.
Reverend, it's sure good to have you tonight. We hope to see you again next Saturday night. Get us some more pictures this week. And got our guy on here. Hello from the cruise ship in the Caribbean from Floyd's cousin David Kimball.
Hey,
How
man, he's
about
at the
that?
right place.
About
Yes,
that.
sir. The right place at the right time.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Man.
We all down in the Caribbean, you mean, with this show?
all tonight
Yeah.
in the Caribbean.
Good.
Yeah.
Not a
All
lie.
right. Well, hey, I'm
And
gonna get back out. I'm gonna try to get the catfish. They've slacked off some, but there's got to be a 34 pounder because you were speaking at a funeral last week. You mentioned a lady who tore her shoulder up pulling in what, a 50-pound cat.
40 to 45 pound cat ripped her shoulder out before she died. Had to have two rotator cuffs because
Woo!
the fish pulled it out.
Wow.
Good. Now that's
So
fishing. Now that's
I
real
gotta
fishing. Now.
That's
yeah, I
my
gotta get me a
cousin.
40 pounder.
Yeah.
I
Well,
ain't never caught one that big.
yeah. Well, Reverend Barber, we hope you have a great day tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday night. God bless
Thank
you.
you. I feel like this is a milestone in my life. I've actually, made the internet by way of a camera, so I'm in good shape, brother.
You
You're in
ready to
good
go.
shape, man.
Hey, look at him. When Marvin gets his Pentecostal preaching show, he liable to have you on as a guest.
He's gonna have me
He
lead in silent prayers. What he's gonna have me
he
do.
gonna have you. He'll have you reading scripture. You
Huh?
see him how they read
Yeah.
Psalms 23 now, if you
He
will.
needs somebody to read him some scripture.
Now he'll read that. Martin said, "Whoa, stop right there. Let's talk about that for a moment. Now that's
All right, y'all
preaching.
have a good night.
Good night,
You
Reverend
See
Barber.
you later.
oh,
Man, y'all see that? Floyd, your cousin, done got us on the big screen at the pool on the cruise ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We famous.
How
Yeah.
about that?
How about that? All them folks on that
man.
cruise ship. Now, some of them may not understand what we're trying to tell them, but anyway, that's their problem. The cousin David does. He knows what we're talking about.
So,
Rick, how many of them around the pool on the cruise ship know how to sop syrup?
Oh no.
Row.
I know it. I know it.
I ain't talking about maple syrup. I'm talking about cane syrup.
You ain't never
The
been on a
real.
cruise with an all-you-can-eat mullet row buffet, have you?
I ain't never been there. That has never intrigued me.
So,
Nope.
what they
Never
need to do
crosses.
is while they on that cruise ship, is they need to put together a dirt road sports cruise,
Oh yeah.
and somebody pay our way, and then we'll go with them. Bring old Charlie Platt along, and we'll put on Charlie Platt and the dirt road sports on the cruise ship every night.
That's
We'll do
right.
it
That's
live.
entertainment every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we can do. That.
Entertainment every night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And if
We
y'all
let
need
Marv.
anybody, let me tell you, if y'all need anybody roasted or anything like that, if y'all got a buddy that's celebrating an anniversary or birthday or something, a couple that y'all want to entertain, give us a call. Give old Marvin a call. Y'all got his number. We might can help y'all out. We might, if nothing else, we might can just call in and entertain y'all over the phone.
Bar mitzvahs, divorces,
No
um,
matter. That's it. Yes,
yep,
sir. Yeah, rodeo,
baptisms, everything.
whatever it takes.
Floyd, tell them a little bit about your man right here,
Who is that?
Robert.
Oh, that's the dentist, teeth dentist. That's our teeth dentist. We have teeth dentists over here in Georgia. In Afghanistan, they have tooth dentists, but we have teeth dentists. He's one of the best he is. He got one of the finest staff you ever seen in your life. He'll keep you. He'll keep you in the tooth business. He'll keep you keeping your teeth, if you will. And teeth are a very important component in the continuation of your life, because you got to be able to chew your food. You got to be able to smile. You got to have that confidence when you open your mouth, so you ain't got all them old snarl teeth in there and all that kind of stuff. He'll keep you in the tooth business. If y'all go see Dr. Robert Lane there in Colquitt, Georgia, at Colquitt Dental Care. He's my dentist. He's been taking care of my teeth for a long time. And uh, been in Colquitt, a local guy. He didn't come in here from somewhere else. He's a local guy, got family here, got a good business here. He is the man if you want to have your teeth fixed and be in and out. He don't mess around with you when you get in there. He don't mess around with you grinding and looking and doing all this, then leave out the room and then you laying it sitting in there with your mouth gaped open, and then he'll come back. Then he come back. No, when he comes in there to where you are, he zoom, 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 zoom. He got it done. He's gone. He's out there, and you back in your truck headed back to the house. Y'all go see Dr. Robert Lane, Colquitt Dental Care, 229-758-3345. Give him a call. He's a good guy.
Hugh Franklin, Farm Bureau Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia, Miller County Farm Bureau agent right here. Whatever kind of insurance you may need, health insurance, life insurance, dental insurance, homeowners insurance, whatever it might be, I promise you, Hugh Franklin is the man to call. He's at our Farm Bureau agency right here in Colquitt, Georgia, Miller County Farm Bureau. Hugh Franklin, been in the business for about 25 years as an agent there, and he would love to earn your business. Give him a chance. Let him call him, let him give you a quote. What can it hurt? Maybe take a little bit of time, but he might be able to save you some money. And that's Hugh Franklin, Miller County Farm Bureau, Colquitt, Georgia, 229-758-2126. Guys, want to show y'all this right here. Many of you were able to give over the last few weeks to help with Leotis's bicycle. This is the brand new bicycle that Leotis received as a part of your generous contributions for being able to acquire that bicycle. And we want to give a big shout out to all of you that helped give money to get Leotis a brand new bicycle. As you can see, he is smiling from ear to ear. Looks like a mule eating sand spurs. He's so happy. And he was just that happy when we were able to deliver it to him. And he is very appreciative of it. And we wanted to say a big shout out to all of you and tell all of you thank you for making Leotis his Christmas and being able to get him a new mode of transportation. They did find his old bicycle, but it came back beat up and messed up. And now, thanks to the viewers of the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, he has a brand new bicycle and is moving all around Colquitt, Georgia. Charlie, what's going on here? You sent this in to me a little earlier, this one on Headland.
This is the water, obviously, the water tank in downtown Headland. And for more than just this year, last couple of years actually, it has become a roosting place, it looks like, for the nice little buzzards, the vultures. And sometimes it's just covered. As you can see, the ring around the railing there is completely covered with the birds, and sometimes get on up there on the top of it. But just kind of a strange thing. They seem to come in there about roosting time every day, and sometimes middle of the day you ride through on Broad Street there in Headland, and you look up and see all those vultures. Kind of eerie looking thing, don't you boys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's ominous.
Yeah.
They do it in several towns, too. They've done it in
Oh,
Colquitt.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, here's a good one right here. Just got sent in. Look at there for a supper tonight. Brian Wells on the lake. Y'all know what
Fish.
I'm talking. Cut, sucker sides right there, ready
That's
to.
Oh
something
my
right there.
goodness.
That's doing it.
Yep. Charlie,
Man,
what was
yeah.
this right here? Was that
That's
today?
just no, it was one day last week. Just caught the sun going down at the right time.
Man,
Ended
that's
up with a
beautiful.
pretty
That's
picture there.
beauty of God's work right there. Close
That's
out
That's
of.
it.
artwork.
Mhm.
And what's that old bushy headed artist? He can't paint nothing look that good that God
They're
can make.
lonely.
No, You know that one, Bob, whatever, the bushy headed guy. that
I
paints.
don't know him. Hunter paints. Hunter Biden paints. He can paint.
Yeah, yeah, Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter selling
Lord.
for $500,000.
All right, Floyd, you got to tell about your turnip bed, him.
That's a bed right there. That's my turnip bed right. That's my second set of greens, second crop of greens I'm growing. Uh, that's my turnips in there. And that bed right there, y'all. That's the bed. That's the bed that I was brought home from the hospital and laid in there with my mama in that bed right there when I was an infant. And I don't think I could put it to a better use than that right there. I think her and my daddy would be very very proud of the use I put it to. I grow my onions in there, grow my eggplants, I grow my peppers in there, and I grow them. I got me some turnip green, got me a turnip green crop growing in there now. But that's what you call they got a name for that stuff. It's called shabby chic. I think is the name that a lot of folks. I just call it. I like it. Is what I call it. I like it. I like the way it looks. It makes me happy.
Yeah,
It, it, you know. Little thing, man. Little enjoy the little thing. A lot of folks don't they don't get themselves opportunity to enjoy the little things like that. But I do. I enjoy the little things. I enjoy talking to folks and having friends and all that. And I was thinking about one of my friends today. Uh, back when he come home from the army, he was in the National Guard. He wouldn't show up at the National Guard meeting like he ought to. And they sent him to Vietnam. Drafted him, sent him to Vietnam. He come home from Vietnam, and he was courting around. He was running around Colquitt courting. He courting pretty strong there in Colquitt when he got home from the army. Skibo Calhoun and Skibo run up with this woman. He said, I said, what you do, Calhoun? What you do over the weekend? He said, I run with this woman. He said, I got her. I said, I run with her. I picked her up and said, I reached in my pocket, got my cigarette out, and lit my cigarette after. I said, you want a cigarette? And she said, I ought to slap your jaws and slap that cigarette out of your mouth. Said, I don't have nothing. I don't want nothing to do with no tobacco, no cigarettes. He said, So anyway, uh, they went on there to where they were going to eat. Calhoun, he had him a little half pint in his pocket there. He said, he was, you know how the folks do, they slip up under the table, unscrew the lid on the cap on it, half pint, and pour it in the Coca-Cola there. And he said, hey, he said, yeah, you want your little drink of liquor here, a little whiskey here before we get started eating. She said, I have you to know, liquor has never touched these lips, and liquor will never pass these lips. So Calhoun said, I said, he said, I tell you what, I said, as quick as I can, I'm fitting to get this old gal back to the house. I ain't getting along with her very good. So anyway, they riding that road by the Star Motel there here in Concord. He said, hey, he said, you want to pull in there tonight and let's get us a room at the Star Motel? Being smart. She said, yeah. Said, let's pull in there and let's get a room, spend the night together. So anyway, they got in there, pulled in there, and spent the night together. And next morning, he said, he looked at it, he said, I got a question I want to ask you. He said, when I asked you if you want a cigarette, you said you ought to slap that cigarette out of my mouth. Said you went up, got all sideways on the cigarettes. Then when I fixed me a little drink, said, you got all sideways by the drink. Said, liquor never would touch your lips. Said, and then said, come in here and we done spent the night together at the Star Motel. Said, what's the deal with you? She said, well, said, said, it's like I always tell my Sunday school class. You don't have to drink and smoke to have a good time.
I,
Hey, just something I throw it out there, y'all.
woo.
I ain't said no ugly words. We don't do that. We don't do that on this show. We don't say ugly words. We let your mind work. We
That's it.
we hand it off to you, and you take it with your mind, and you go wherever you want to go with it.
Yep.
So
Guys, if you want,
Mercy.
you got some construction job coming up, MC Construction LLC, Marion Cobb. No need to call the rest. Just go ahead and call the best while you're at it. 30 years experience, fully insured, licensed, and bonded. All type construction needs, whether it's building a deck, whether it's building a barn, whether it's building a house, with a remodel job, whatever it might be. Give Marion Cobb a job. No No call is too small for him. No job is too small for him. He will take it, he will do it, and he will do you a good job. He's been in the business for a long time, and he has had more experience with more different types of projects than you can imagine. 229-400-2575 is his number. His name is Marion Cobb, MC Construction, LLC, right here in Colquitt, Georgia. Go ahead and call the best. There's no need to wait for the rest. 30 years experience, fully licensed and insured. Marion Cobb, MC Construction in Colquitt. Queasel, what's been going on with you this week? I don't know. We lost him there. Hello?
I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either. Can you hear me, Floyd?
Can't hear you.
Okay. You there,
I see you,
Queasel?
but I can't hear you.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Froze up. Why are we waiting on him to get hooked back up? Y'all always ask me about cousin Bookie. I run up with Bookie yesterday, and
Oh,
Bookie had him an encounter down at the filling station down there at the gas station convenience store, getting him pulled in there to get him some gas. And they was this fella that was in there, had just pulled in there. He was on one of them Range Rover, one of them brand new Range Rover LD5s or 4, whatever you call them, diesel. And they had and Bookie said he had on the back bumper back there that he had Joe Biden for president on his back bumper there on that sticker. He said, I pulled up there next to him, said, I seen him there. So he was standing up there by the gas pump, said he was on his cell phone, talking on his cell phone. He had one of those little buns up on top of his head up there and had his shirt about halfway down, unbuttoned down there. Had a pair of sandal shoes on. He talking on his cell phone. He said, I pulled up there and said, I noticed that he had the gas hole stuck in the socket of his car there instead of he was fixing to pump gas in his car. And he said, I said, whoa, hold on, whoa, wait a minute. And he said that man on the phone said, huh, doc, I'm on the phone. Can't you see I'm on the phone? Boogie, he said he waited a minute. He said about that time, he said the man got the nozzle in his tank there. Said he was fixing to squeeze that tube. And Boogie said, well, no, wait a minute. The man was driving a diesel car. He took to put gas in it. Boogie got more sense than that. And the man said, he said, wait a minute, Doc. Can't you see I'm on the phone? Goddamn. All right, then, so man, he went to squeezing that gas in there. But he went putting that gas in there. He said, man, that thing got to going like that. So that got to spinning. And the man said, all right, now, I said, what you want? Boogie said, well, said, I was just going to tell you the way these fuel prices is. You better go ahead and fill that thing up. See, y'all got to be quick. You got to be quick.
whew.
Where'd Queasel go?
I don't know where he went. He's coming back in and out, but it's time to go on to the um, Floyd short list in books and definitions brought to us
Good
by our
night. We already at
exclusive
that point.
sponsor. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Teal,
Good night.
our exclusive sponsor. Um, and that is Berry Hill Auctioneers. Floyd's short lists and books and definitions sponsored exclusively by Berry Hill Auctioneers in perpetuity, and they will be our sponsor in perpetuity for as long as they would like. That's Floyd's short list books and definitions. Take it away, Floyd.
Well, I don't know. I ain't got a whole lot this time. I just ain't had a whole lot. I've been doing other things. Been putting up Christmas tree lights, and Christmas trees, and helping my wife decorate the Christmas tree and doing all kinds of. But I do have a few that we'll go over. I kind of got a new segment tonight, and one of those segments is what not to buy a Pentecostal preacher for Christmas. We'll get into that in a minute. First one is short list, very very short list. Catholic priest whose name is Bubba. Can you say, oh brother Bubba? what do they call that? What did they do? Yeah,
Friar.
yeah, Father Bubba, Father Bubba.
Father Bubba.
Yeah, what do they do? They do the what the some kind of creed or something. They sang it all them every time. Every sermon they have the same one. I could be a Catholic priest. I could be called. I can hum. I can wave at that thing. It's got the smoke in it and the incense and all that. I can wave that around, do that. I can drink wine. So anyway, I can be a good Catholic priest. Here's another one. Now that we've lost all of our Catholics, here's another one. South Alabama pup wooders that wear a pinky ring.
Uh-huh. Hello, Lee Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Lee.
Everyone, Jehovah Witness, Jehovah Witness Santa Clauses. Here's a short list. Pentecostal preachers who have ever performed a same-sex marriage.
Ooh.
Mhm. Here's another short list. Catholic priests that voted for Donald Trump.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, this is a real short list here. Living transgender Mohammed impersonators. Do I have any Islamic friends out there that wants to argue with me on that list? Huh? What about some of you Democrats? What? Hey, my phone's over. I can hear it ring. Call me. Call me. If any of you Democrats out there, y'all love them Muslims. Y'all are enamored with y'all some Muslims. Yeah, living transgender Mohammed impersonators. You know you see impersonators they all the time. They make fun of Jesus all the time. They all the time Jesus, ha 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 ha. Big time fun on that. All right. Here's one Catholic priest that don't like Liberace. Then here's one right here. It's kind of a new area. We just gonna do this for Christmas time, during Christmas time. I may come up with some more for next week. Here's one. Things not to buy Pentecostal preachers for Christmas. Number one, ashtray cigarette lighters and a carton of Virginia Slim cigarettes. Here's another thing not to buy a Pentecostal preacher for Christmas. A Russell Simmons workout video. And here's another one.
Ooh.
Do not buy a Pentecostal preacher for Christmas. And some of y'all out there are going to need to Google this now when I tell you what it is. You're going to need to Google this, and then you'll know. They should not buy a Pentecostal preacher for Christmas, and one of those is a weekend pass to Lizard Lope Campground in Columbia, Alabama. Do not buy your Pentecostal preachers. You'll be
Oh. Have it.
Woo! Mercy.
Oh,
Ooh.
Easy. Tony Lazy, easy. Oh, we just get started. Things do not buy your Pentecostal preacher for Christmas. One of those things is 20 Greatest Hits by Liberace. things, things do not buy your Pentecostal preacher for Christmas. White cotton briefs. You okay, Charlie?
I'm assuming the storm is over in Colquitt by now.
I got I got one more. I got one more, Marvin. Listen, I mean, and Charlie, y'all listen to this one. Things to not buy a Baptist preacher for Christmas. White cotton briefs. Oh, have mercy. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Man, let me tell you. And my definition tonight is the build back better bill. Build Back, this is the Wikipedia definition. Build Back Better bill is the legislation proposed by Joe Biden. It includes COVID 19 relief, social services relief, welfare relief, infrastructure, and climate change. Floyd's definition of the Build Back Better plan: fleecing the taxpayers out of every penny they have and doing nothing with the money except pay non productive people to keep being a bum. That's the Build Back Better bill.
Whew.
I mean, that was heavy tonight, wasn't it, man? I told the load on y'all tonight, didn't
Oh,
I? Anything else, Marvin, that they don't need to buy a Baptist preacher for Christmas?
I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to let me do some thinking on that one. Caught me off guard. You kind of got me with my radar down.
I see.
he's still thinking about that trip back from Atlanta last Saturday
Yeah.
and how much it cost.
All right, Charlie, go ahead. Queasel cannot join us back. Something's going on with his audio.
Uh-oh. First off, thank y'all for letting us come into your homes tonight. I know Floyd made me laugh a few times. Some well thought out things he brought to the table. But on a very, very serious note, I think we all should be focused on prayer for the victims of the disastrous
Mm.
series of tornadoes that hit part of the midsection of the nation and then came as far south as Arkansas and Kentucky, where that number just keeps rising as far as fatalities are concerned. These are folks with children and moms and dads and aunts and uncles that will never be seen again. It's a very, very sad situation. And certainly, on a serious note, our prayers and thoughts go out to those folks in Kentucky. And we just hope that everybody around the nation will join in prayer for that very thing because uh, by the grace of God, it could have been Dothan and Colquitt, Georgia.
You're
And
Amen.
exactly right.
that's just the way it is. And we thank God for everything He gives us, especially for the protection. With that, I'll hand it off to you, Floyd.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for that reminder there. Yeah, I was turned on the news this morning, got to looking at it, and I said, "My Lord, have mercy, God. What a mess! What a mess!" But they listen. Keep your faith in God. Keep your trust in God. Keep your belief in Jesus Christ. He is the answer. When all of these things happen, when all these problems and problems are going to come your way. Uh, I say, and I ought not to say it, but I do. I say it for Cockwood, every day is a holiday and every meal's a feast. But every day is not a holiday and every meal's not a feast. If you in a situation where you don't feel good, where you sick, some of your family members are sick, or you see somebody suffering. But anyway, I just say it in jest. It's just kind of a perk me up thing that I say. But y'all stay in prayer and keep laughing every chance you get with one another. Find you somebody that you can laugh with. If you're around somebody all the time and they don't ever want to laugh, they don't want to ever talk about anything positive, uh, you see if you can change them, see if you can make them feel better. And that's all I can say right now, man. Thank you for this season that's coming upon us. It's a great season, the season of Christmas, the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ, who saved us all. We'll just let him. We'll see y'all next week. Go ahead, Marvin.
Guys, thank y'all again for inviting us into your home tonight. We appreciate you so much. We do. It's Christmas time. Do something good for somebody. Give somebody something. Reach out and do something for somebody less fortunate. Just share the love of God during this Christmas season. Man, how blessed we are. How blessed we are. And just for us to be able to reach out and do something for somebody else. Man, what it could mean for somebody. Tomorrow's Sunday. Don't forget it's the Lord's Day. I want to encourage you to be in God's house tomorrow somewhere. Go to God's house. Worship Him tomorrow in truth and in spirit. This week's scripture is, "For God did not send His Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through Him." And I'm thankful today that Jesus still saves, heals, and delivers. We love y'all. We hope you have a blessed week. We'll look forward next week, same place, same time, right here on Facebook and YouTube. We will see you again next Saturday night. God bless y'all.
Good night.
See you.